Hey everybody, I know I haven't been here. I've been super sick, so I was just having like terrible allergies. It was like a flu allergy, but I'm okay now. Um, so today's topic, I'm gonna show you this clip right here.
I don't know if this will be educational. Imperative that America has strong relationships with and knowledge about people in other lands. And that responsibility extends to all of us, not just the president. So we came up with a test. The test is very simple. Went out on the street, we asked people who were passing by to name a country on a map. And here's how that went.
Can you name any country on this map?
Honestly, my geography is so horrible. I can't name anything. Like
Try
nothing.
naming something.
Is it South Africa?
Nope.
We had the country of Asia.
Nope. That's a continent, and
Oh,
that's
oops.
Russia.
Oh, damn. I'm silly. Africa.
That's a continent.
Country. Damn it.
Yeah. Africa?
That's a continent.
Oh, God.
Can you name any countries in Africa?
God, no. Who knows stuff like that?
So yeah, basically, I saw that, and like over my years here and in Costa Rica, I've noticed that. So please, guys, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and kind of notifications so I know that I'm doing better. Also, any kind of criticism I would really appreciate. And also, I'm gonna be posting my art. I'm gonna be putting my art every time there's like this kind of intervals. So if you like my art, please check my Instagram. Americans have a bad rap for having really bad education, or at least they have like really bad geography. I'm not saying that all education is really bad, because if you go to a good school, I know that they teach you well, but most Americans don't know anything about geography, as you saw in the clip. Like the map was just to the other side, but it was a normal map. Like even I could tell. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not good at geography, but I can at least answer those questions, which I think are pretty basic. But anyways, so I noticed that, and then I also realized that over TikTok and news and like just hearing Americans talk, they always talk about issues that have to do with America only. I mean, and I didn't think too much about it, but then I connected these two dots and I was like, huh, why does this happen? And I never really did this research until I decided to make this video. Okay, so I made a research and there wasn't many topics or many like pages that talked about why America mainly focuses in America or doesn't really talk about any other countries, or why America don't talk about other countries. Which, as an extent, like obviously, I can understand that you guys are gonna be more interested in your own problems because you're facing them. Like, to that extent, I understand. But even back home, or if I talk to like any other person that's not from America, they talk about obviously their issues, but they also mention issues from other countries or things that other people are facing too. So it's like, I don't really understand. But anyways, going back to the research that I made, the only thing that I can find regarding this topic was a post from the Washington Post from 2016, and it only talked about how the news don't really talk about anything else besides America. And the reason why is because ratings would mostly go up when it was news about America, and people were not really interested in anything besides that. Then I found a quote actually from Mark Zuckerberg. Sorry, so I have like a problem saying that. The creator of Facebook. For people that don't know, but I'm guessing like almost everybody does know that. He said, "A squirrel dying in your front yard may be more relevant to your interest right now than people dying in Africa." We're getting this from the creator of Facebook, and we all know like everybody would post. They post like everything that they're thinking, everything that they're interested about. So this says a lot. So according to Google Trends, they decided to make a map that would show the statistics of how much or how often would Americans look up other countries. And the main thing was that they wouldn't really look up Africa or Asia. They would only look up like South Asia, Latin America, and West Central Europe. But that was like the main thing that they would look up to. Now they did make a ranking depending on country. This ranking showed that the country that they most look up would be Mexico, then it would be India, Canada, China, and at last Russia. So those were the countries they would still look up the most, and you can still see that they don't really look it up too often. It's mainly focused in America. Like it's super bright. It's like almost white, the color of how much they would look up for American information. And according to television's new archives, which is where they would save up the data of the ratings that they would get depending on the news where they would talk about or what they would talk about. Depending on that, they made a map as well. You can see the colors. I'm gonna put the map. And again, it's pretty scattered, but at the end of the day, it's not really looked up. Then the Washington Post did get to a point where they are, well, is it like our fault because we don't talk about it enough? Or is it like America's fault because they're not interested enough? So they weren't like snarky or but hurt enough to be like, oh, it's just America's ignorant. We do our best. Like they weren't like that. They were just like, well, we haven't really made the research about that. We don't know. Like that question remains. So from my point of view, I think it's both fault. I feel like it's American culture. But anyways, I couldn't just leave the video there. I made more research. Okay, so since I couldn't really find an article about it, I couldn't really find anything besides Quora and the comments that people put on Quora. So I did check that because at the end of the day, it's like what Americans think about this as well. I kind of need their input. So some people were saying just like, I mean, like, it's America, so we're concerned about what's happening to us because those are the problems that we face. So, I mean, obviously, this is the thing that we're going to be the most interested about. So, yeah, I get what you're talking about, but, well, guys, you know what I think about this. I just literally mentioned it at the beginning of the video. But, now, someone was, like, more open about it, and they said that they don't remember talking about geography besides like elementary school, and it was like barely touched on. I mean, they do get to like where like where each country is and the difference between a continent and country, but it's like barely passed on, which I mean I yeah, I was taught that on elementary, but then also in I think high school. No, here is called different. I think it's middle school. Yeah, in middle school, we touched it again. We went through it again, and yeah, like it's important. It's not the easiest thing. Like it's all of memory, so it's important to go through it again. But anyways, they said that they barely talked about it, and they were mainly focused in the countries that had like relevance with America, like things that historically happened that had to do with America. Otherwise, they wouldn't really talk about it. So guys, also I want to mention that I don't think like every American is like they. I've met Americans that are way better than me at geography, or that are like further more intelligent or better at like school related stuff. So this is not everybody. It's just like I'd say like a great majority. And again, this is just how I feel about it or my perception as a non-American person. So no, it's just an opinion. I'm not saying that it's just like that and that I'm completely right because I don't think I'm right. I just did the research and like that's what the research led me to. But when it comes to like on all opinions, like I said, it's just opinions. So America suffers from something called exceptionalism, where they think that whatever applies to other countries doesn't apply to America because America is different and is the best country in the world. Yay! I mean, don't get me wrong, like I love here. I really want to stay here, so I'm not trying to criticize and saying that America's horrible, because it's not. It's not. Like, I really appreciate having the opportunity of being here. So I'm not at all coming from that place. So in their opinion, their history is the most important, their language is the most important. The fact that they have freedom, democracy, they have the best democracy, they're really proud of their freedom. They are really proud of their own original quirky metric system. Nobody else uses it, just America. So I actually look up, according to the United Nations Human Development Report. I'm really bad at memorizing, as you guys can see. But according to them, they listed the 10 best countries in the world. And do you want to guess which one was number one? Drum rolls. It's Norway. Yes, guys, you got it. It's not America. It's no. It's Norway. I'm really scared of breathing into my mic, and I think that I've done it probably more than once. But yeah, it's Norway. Like, honestly, I love America. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not trying to get myself in trouble. Please. Okay. Okay, so now again, I'm not trying to make this video negatively about America, like about a whole country. Like, no, that's not where I'm trying to go. Again, as a kid, I always looked up to America. I was always like, oh my gosh, America's like so cool. And I mean, there are so many cool things about America. And, you know, again, I'm moving here, so it's for a reason. So I decided to also look up what are like the best things about America. And one of the best ones, which is like one of the reasons why I came here, is the amount of opportunities that you can get. There's like so many things that you can do, and you have the freedom to do it. Also, it's like really easy to start a business, which is like a really big pro if you're trying to do that. It's really diverse. It's very socially advanced for the most part. Like, I feel like most of America as a whole is very socially advanced. More than third world countries. Everybody has freedom of speech, which I really appreciate that. And the reason why they're a first world country, they have a very good economy. As well have a very good internet connection. Like, remember, compared to back home, downloading games, watching Netflix, like my lights barely go off, which is like way more common in Costa Rica. And I live in the country, so that's like one of the things that I appreciate the most. Like, it makes my gaming life very different, so that's really nice. And I do believe that, at least compared to my country, like a lot of products are not as expensive. I'm guessing because of okay, I don't know how to say in English, but impuestos. Like, obviously, because it's from another country, they charge you more. But since a lot of things are made here, it's cheaper. Now, sadly, I have to go through the bad things of America. And I'm gonna go through the list really quickly. But basically, the cost of living is quite expensive. They have a lot of unhealthy foods, unhealthy lifestyles. I did notice it compared to back home. Like, there are more fat people here. Like, I gained a lot of weight when I came here, like a lot. And actually, America used to be the #1 country with the most obesity, or that's what people thought, but it's actually Mexico. So, fun fact. There's a lot of competition for businesses, and you know, since there's so many opportunities, there is as well a lot of competition. The healthcare, it's pretty suspicious and complicated. There's a lot of immigration, and there's a lot of problematic between it, a lot of social and political problematic behind it. The education, like I said, is not the best for the most part, for the most schools. The environment, you know, it's getting like a lot of pollution, and we're going down that road too here. There's one of the biggest problems, it's like ridiculous, is consumerism. Like, I've seen videos of people in Black Fridays, like on their sales, they go crazy. And since it's so easy to buy here, and it's not like, no, most things, or a lot of things that could be more expensive, at least back home, here are cheaper. Like, the difference is insane. So consumism is a big one. Welfare is also not so good. Like, they struggle to meet ends. Voter fraud is another small problem they have. And even in this, like, past elections, we saw there was like a lot of voter fraud. And then we have racism. Mostly, I'd say, like, it's mostly under the law, which is, with all the videos that I've seen, again, we're talking about a girl that is always inside because we're on quarantine. And I can see, again, I didn't grow up here, but I can see from videos and what my friends tell me on how complicated the whole racism is with police. So that's a big one. That's something that really scares me. I've been scared before. Another story from another time, but I guess no place is perfect. That's life, right? And this was from the little research that I made. There wasn't a lot of articles that talked about it. That is also how I feel about it. Like, okay, most of the things that I just said is just what is on paper. I agree with most of it. I mean, it is what it is, and it's what I've seen and heard. Now, compared to the third world country, like Costa Rica, which again, it has the good things and bad things. Again, the bad, like, I come from a place that is a third world country. We don't have as many opportunities. Getting a job, I feel like it's more hard than here, like way more hard. We don't have as much racism though. The lifestyle is way more relaxed. We have better healthcare compared to here. Yeah, we have la caja del seguro social, which basically they give you free healthcare, or it comes just only with if you work, you already have the money from when you retire. And yeah, it's like, it's kind of different. So it has its good things, bad things, but I appreciate both. And I love me my Costa Rica, and I love you my America. So, but yeah, in conclusion, you guys can draw your conclusions, but I think we cannot tell where this was going for or going to. And yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, just American culture, I'd say. It's just American culture, you know? But yeah, this is the end of the video. If you have any questions, or if you think that I could improve anything, please let me know. Hope this video wasn't too long. I'm gonna read the poem now. I'm trying to read the poem at the end of the video to see if that's like more interesting, less boring. I don't know. I'll read it now.